Capricorn, what if your career could actually fulfill your soul instead of draining it? In this reading, we are uncovering your core strength, your deepest motivator, and the impact that you are here to make so you can align your work, your money, and your wealth with your true purpose. Hi, Capricorn. I'm Heather. This is Dogstar Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the pack. Today's tarot reading is all about purpose, specifically how your career, money, and long-term wealth connect to your soul's mission. This is a reading for those of you who know you were meant for more meaning, more alignment, and more fulfillment in the work that you do and the abundance that you create. We are going to be working with 9 cards in this reading, and I encourage you to stay until the very end because you will be invited to write your own purpose statement using the messages that come through the first 3 cards, which are your core strength, your motivating value, and your ideal impact. This is about aligning your ambition with your intuition and stepping into purpose-driven success. So take a breath, set an intention, and let's see what the cards reveal. Capricorn, one more shuffle, and then we're going to start pulling some cards. Okay. So this first card is your core strength. And the second card here is your motivating value. The third card here, excuse me, is your ideal impact. This card here is your current role. This card here is your purpose pulse. And this card here is your growth edge. This card here is your support system. This card here is your next action. And then this card here is your legacy vision. I am going to pull a clarifier on that next action just because of the card that came through. I might, no, okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I'm going to leave it with that. Sometimes we can overcook it. Okay, so Capricorn, our first card here is our core strength. So this is the skill or trait or gift that you consistently bring to your work and service. And you have temperance, which is, the middle road, the middle path, the being balanced. And being able to just balance everything. So some of that could be about like managing people resources, especially if you're a manager and time management, creating those schedules and creating and using people wisely, using those resources wisely in a very balanced way. But this can even just be like just managing life in general, managing your work in general. You bring this balance, you bring this harmony to work. You're able to, I feel like for many of you, the skill and trait that this is about is especially, if you're around a lot of different people at work and there's a lot of different opinions, a lot of different ideas and thoughts that circulate and spin around, you keep everything grounded and everything even. So, it's not like when things get heated up, for example, and people, everyone has a different idea on a project and what direction it can go in, you keep everything grounded, you keep everything, flowing nicely. So, versus letting it go to extremes, and when people let their emotions get the best of them and arguments possibly happen, you're like that mediator person that comes in and just like, whoa, 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 okay, you have valid points and you have valid points, and let's find that middle path and that middle ground. For some of you, like mediation, quite literally, is your strength here and being able to balance that. But for others of you, it can be about multitasking balance, right? Having a lot of different things going at once, even that work-life balance and things like that. But this is really your skill and your trait and your gift, is that ability to just be that center force and that balance and that area of safety in the middle here for yourself and for other people around you. Now, the motivating value here you have is the Chariot. So this is what value or principle drives you to contribute and show up. And the Chariot is about ambition. It completely, like, this is having a very clear idea and vision of the direction that you want to go in and going after it with tunnel vision and not swaying off the course, because that's what creates success. And you are able to do that. You are able to go after goals with that ambition. You are that mountain goat that's climbing that mountain, right? And you will overcome every obstacle in order to get to the top of that mountain. And that is that chariot energy. That is your motivating value. It's success, completion, job well done, doing things the right way, creating that structure and discipline to reach that top. And that is your motivating value right there, is that. And your ideal impact, so this is the kind of change or result that you feel called to create in the world. And you have the Three of Pentacles here, which is collaboration and working with other people. So what you are called to do is and it's about coming together for a group effort to create something the right way. Like in this image here, they are building a cathedral. So you have the apprentice here that's learning the craft, and then you have the experts, the advisors here that are providing that advice. And so this is what and the plans are the structure and the rules that you follow, and then the tools that he has is the creative side of it. So it's balancing that, but it's also like working and coming together with other people to create structure and to create something that is building and lasting and stable out in the world, and using that creativity to create something that's going to last. And that really is your ideal impact, that whatever you do, you want it to last. You want it to stand the test of time. You want to be known for something, and that is your ideal impact. And it would be of value to other people and to society at large as well. So it's not just for your own gains and your own purpose, although those are nice too. And your current role is the hangman. So this is how your current project, role, or job, or even study path, for those of you who might be in school, reflects your purpose or misaligns with your purpose. So you have the hangman here. So for those of you where what you're doing is aligning, like you feel like you are aligned with your purpose and you are in the right path and role, whatever it is that you're doing, it allows you to kind of like see things, but see things from different perspectives. And it allows you to, there's a lot of reflection that can be involved and a lot of thinking outside the box. And that's something that you enjoy in your current role. For those of you who feel misaligned with what you're doing, this is what is lacking. And this is why. It's because there is not enough outside the box thinking. You're kind of being pigeonholed into doing something a specific way, and you don't feel like it aligns with it, or you don't agree with the way of doing it, and you can see a better way of doing it, but you're not allowed to do it. And that restriction is really kind of cramping your style, so to speak. What your purpose pulse, so this is how your energy feels most alive and aligned right now, is death. This is transformation and intensity right here. You are going through an intense transformational time in your life right now. I do feel like for many Capricorns, you might not quite feel aligned. You might like your job and you might like what you do, and you might feel like parts of it align, but I feel like for many of you, you're being called right now for something else. You're being called to level up because of this death here in your purpose pulse, because your energy is alive and feels aligned through this transformation. You know there's something on the horizon that's coming in for you, and might not even be quite sure what it is yet. Some of you might have a clear vision of what it is, but I feel like many of you, you're not quite there yet. It's unfolding as we speak, but there is this inner transformation. You are definitely leveling up, Capricorn, right now. Your growth edge is the Page of Wands, and that's that right there. This is that novice energy. The page is the novice energy, and the wands is that creativity, the passion, the intuition. It is what creates that spark inside of you, what makes you feel like it's purpose-driven action and activity here. And it's feeling like, you've outgrown you've outgrown the pond you're in, and you're ready to move on a little bit here with this Page of Wands. And this is the growth edge. This is the skill or mindset or habit that will help you to grow into the next level of purpose. And I really feel like because of that and that growth and expansion that you're going through right now, step outside your comfort zone. Okay? And that's what is your growth edge. It's having the strength inner strength and the faith in yourself and belief in yourself that you can do something that puts you outside of your comfort zone. Okay, Capricorn? Your support system. So this is the tools, the people, the structures that help you stay grounded and focused. And one of those things is partly routine. You have the Eight of Pentacles here. It's the worker bee. It's your structure. The things that help you stay grounded is hard work and effort. You enjoy a challenge. Okay, so step outside that comfort zone because you are ready for that challenge. You are ready for that level up right now. But is that hard work and that consistency and of hard work and applying yourself that makes you really keeps you grounded and keeps you focused. And then I did pull a clarifier for this one. So your next action, this is the practical step that you can take this month to learn or to live your purpose more fully. And you got the 10 of swords, which is not a pleasant card. I mean, this person's face down in the ground with 10 swords in their back. So this represents, though, the one thing I do like about the 10, it's a completion of an energy cycle. So this is saying that anything that's painful, challenging, and difficult, things where you maybe have been stalled in your growth at work, or in what it is that you do, that's coming to an end, okay? So that is one good thing. But how does this really apply to your next action step, and how can you help use this month to live your purpose? That's why I pulled a clarifier. And you've got the Eight of Swords here. And Eight of Swords is being trapped by your own thoughts. So what I see happening here is as you're going through this transformation phase, there's been a lot of planning and analyzing and, just like writing things down. And this is my 1 year goal, my 5 year goal, my 10 year goal. And, these are the steps I need to take. This is what I need to do. Stop thinking about it. This 10 of Swords represents that ending of the thoughts. Swords is mental energy, communication, thoughts. And with the Eight of Swords here as well, this is saying put an end to that spinning mind and worrying about it and being restricted and stuck by your thoughts and not taking action because your thoughts, and instead do. Okay, it's time for you to step outside that comfort zone and actually take action. Okay. And that's what I see as your next action. This is what's going to help you this month is to stop thinking about it, stop planning, and just trust and do. And you might have to make revisions along the way as you're doing, but it's still doing versus analyzing it to death before you take action. Just take action. That's the first step. Your legacy vision is the Ace of Cups. So this is the long-term contribution or career path that feels most aligned with your soul's mission. And right now you are in a place in your life, Capricorn, where your career path or your soul's mission is really about this Ace of Cups energy, brand new opportunities and ways of connecting with other people. So where are you not connecting with other people? Where have you been an island and now it's time for you to open the doors and let other people in? Work with people one-on-one. You can see things like that, helping people with their relationships, maybe, being a counselor and helping people, being a mediator for other people to help building their relationships is something that would be good for you. But whatever it is, your soul's mission, what's going to feel very aligned with you, and that legacy that you want as a long-term goal is going to be something where you leave a mark by helping other people. Especially like one-on-one, but it could be a little bit expanded beyond that. But you are helping people emotionally in particular, and to like rebuild relationships and things like that. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. Capricorn, before you go, take a moment to reflect on the three cards from the beginning of this reading and write your purpose statement, your core strength, your motivating value, and the impact you are here to make. Let this be something that you can return to when you are making career or money decisions. Purpose is not something that you chase, it is something that you align with. Thank you for being here, for running with the pack, and for trusting the process. I'm Heather. This is Dogstar Astrology and Tarot, and I will see you in the next reading.